nataka kucheza, kucha kutwa nishazoea kesha, sakata rumba, achilia presha, tutacheza hata kama tuna pesa, ngoma zalia na mimi nataka kucheza, kucha kutwa nishazoea kesha, sakata rumba, achilia presha, hatujui kama tutaonana tena.
Hi guys, welcome back once again, and my name is Ashley Otieno, and today we are here with the lovely Wanavokali.
Hawataweza kukupenda vile ninavyokupenda, amini hata dunia itashindwa na cha kusema, na wakisema ni mapema, kupenda tunavyopendana, tutaishi kama Romeo na Julia kwa sinema.
Now I'm getting my application very soon. So welcome. Anyway, so basically when I personally came to know about Wanavokali, it was when you guys were still doing covers, and there's this one clip of yours that's kind of like went viral at that time when you were doing covers. So, and that's when I came to know about you. So I'd like just to know how you began. Like, is this something that you just met, people who sing in groups? Basically, there's a story. Now we want to know that story of you. Who is going to tell the story?
Lina tells it best.
So we met at Hawataweza live. This is in 2018 when we auditioned as background vocalists. So that is how we met. So we had two different bands. Ricky Chep and I were in one band, and then Waidera, Sam and Mela in another band. So we worked with the greatest talents in Kenya. This is the whole of 2018, and then now we were done and we were wondering what next, what should we do next. We had this amazing chemistry going on, and in 2019 we decided to form Wanavokali officially, but we had met in 2018, and then now that is how Wanavokali came to be. We decided to start off by doing covers of the artists that we had worked with, such as Nameless, Akove, Fena, name them, all these great talents in Kenya. That is how Wanavokali was formed.
Okay, so basically you guys met at kind of like an event, and
It was actually work.
It was work. So you guys didn't know each other from before? Like, you guys look
Some
as if...
of us did. Like Sam and I went to Campo together.
Okay.
But ilikuwa high. And Ricky and Lina went to Campo together. But they were like, we didn't know each other.
Oh, like that. Yes. Okay, so when you guys started doing covers, at what point, when now, like you've done covers, at what point did you know, like, okay, now let's be serious. It's not just covers. We want to like be a whole thing, like be the next big band. Yeah.
Our journey is actually interesting because while we were doing covers, just 2 months in, we saw an audition going around for a music competition in South Africa. It was called Old Mutual Amazing Voices. So at that point, we were still trying to figure out what it is we are doing, but we decided, why not? Wacha tuchukue chance, we audition. So we auditioned for the show and we got taken in among 3 Kenyan groups, but we actually went 2 of us to South Africa. And I think while in South Africa is when we decided, now, this thing actually, kumbe ni kitu inaweza, it can take off, and we're actually doing really well with the cover, so why not take it seriously? And amazingly, we also won the competition in 2020. So that's actually what really now solidified kabisa. Let's take Wanavokali to the next level. Yeah.
Very touching. I also want people I can sing with anyway.
Do you sing yourself?
I sing in the church. Jokes, guys. Anyway, so moving forward, you've talked about you won the prize. It was 10 million.
But minus taxes.
Okay, 10 million, 7 million.
Yes.
There's the group thing. When you win money as an individual, you get to decide what I want to, if I want to blow this money or if I want to invest it in my other projects. So now it comes to the group, you're 6 of you. What do you basically use? Like if you win money at another competition and another competition, so how do you guys decide where the money goes? Should we split? Mama mko na treasure.
Huyo ndio mama wa finance.
Yeah. Actually speaking, what we did is that we invested the money in music, invested it in money markets, and then divided some of it amongst ourselves. So that is what we did.
Okay.
Like you watch Rumba and you see it is speaking and giving investments. That is what we did with the money. We invested it in our music, recorded Rumba, which is our first single, recorded Wanavokali, the album. Please check it out on all audio streaming platforms and on YouTube as well. That is what we did with the money. And another thing I'd say is that even now that you're seeing Hawataweza, which is our latest single, that is money that has been born from that money still, because it's money that we got from Rumba that we have used to shoot Hawataweza. So you see, it's like it's just multiplying, it's always multiplying, and we are always using it and investing it in our music. Yes.
Hey, that's a nice way. So we are not going to hear, oh, we've gone broke, you know, guys, chunk till number.
The reality of the industry is it's quite a tough industry. That really is. And then we are doing it ourselves. So we it's called bootstrapping. We work, we do live shows. All the money that we get, we put it back into our music.
So basically, let's go to the money part, because that's a bit a sensitive thing. So let's say it comes to a point where you've put your money into all the group money into something, and you have seen a project that you'd like to do. Like, do you guys just say, okay, this is something, let's just do you at some point, do you guys have to chip in from your own, like, now your own pockets from your work money, then you just like put it and you're like, itarudi, mnarudisha ama mnasemanga tu hii tumeweka is for the benefit of us?
I think the best thing we've ever done as Wanavokali is a certain percentage of all our revenues. Kama ni ya kugig, kama ni ya kufanya kazi yote, we have to put a certain percentage, 20% kando, to be able to do our operations. So then that ensures that we are protected individually, so that we don't have to go deep into our pockets to remove money. So tunasema kampuni ndio inaweza kulipia hizo vitu sasa. Yeah.
They don't just sing well, but they are also financially ready. People,
we are trying.
Take notes, guys. Anyway, so as a group, definitely, like other groups you've seen, someone decides, okay, I'm a good musician, also I'd like to do like maybe one song on my own. Have you ever gotten to that point where, like, if one of you just says, I'm going to do one of mine, do you guys support, or you're like, no, we are sticking together until the day we say we're breaking? That's when kila mtu afanye vitu zake.
Actually, atukaliangi mtu. Like, if you want to do your own thing, do your own thing. Like some of us, rather most of us, have our own like musical careers outside of Wanavokali, and we are free to do that whenever you want, however you want. So long as it's just proper planning, proper communication, yeah. So we're free to do whatever you want.
Have you ever had a point where maybe like one schedule ya mwingine, when they decided like this time I want to do my personal music, imekuja ika affect? Because as a group there usually so many things you have to, before sasa mbaki ile strong at fight ovyo ama hatu we understand each other. There those rough moments.
There are times even like sahi unaweza kuta mtu ameenda audition fulani, couldn't be able to make it, but we are representing bora kuna quorum. As long as there's a quorum.
And as he has said, we have quorum in Wanavokali. So it's usually 4 out of 6. If 2 are not there and 4 are there, or even 3 are there, we still work. Yeah. So like, you're not there, so things are not moving. We always are supporting of people doing their own things, and as long as quorum is there, then we just do the things we're supposed to do.
Okay. And then in your music, I've seen some very nice collabs, like nice ones. Kwanza, those ones are my best. There's the one you did with Ben Soul for his EP, and I was just like, there's that one, there's the one with Hat the Band. So for these collabs, like, I'd like, me personally as a fan, I would want more collabs, because at that point, you like finding artists who fit in the genre of music that you guys have delved in, it just gives it a nice feeling, you know. Yeah. So like basically, do you have any more collabs we should wait for?
Yes. Zinakuja. The collaborations are coming, and then we like to say we are 6 different people with 6 minds, 6 different musical inclinations, so our music is always going to be diverse. Hata kesho kama ni gengeton tunaweza fanya, kama ni trap, kama ni rumba, we can fit in all genres. We are as diverse as we look and as we are. Yeah.
Moving away from collabs, now let's go deeper. You have an album, the Wanavokali album. Should we expect another one soon?
Well, Soon is, it could even possibly be next year. Tunapatia watu sai chance wasikize our catalogs and all the music that we've put out there, but we are hoping by next year we can put out another body of work, maybe an EP. Yeah, but muziki inakuja, msijali, it's coming. Yes.
Okay. So I watch your videos for the music videos and your creative process, like from the outfits to the concept, everything is so creative. Like, who is that creative? Do you guys have a creative director behind it, or all of you just sit down and you're like, bring ideas? Yeah.
It is all of us actually. I think, as we said and mentioned, Wanavokali is big on diversity, and even if you just look at Wanavokali, the six of us are very diverse beings, and we like to say that Wanavokali is a group of Kenyan vocalists who are passionate about music, fashion, and art. So every time you're watching our videos, you will see music, the musicality of it, that is the vocal prowess, and then fashion coming through.
True.
You definitely see that in art. So those are three things that we really believe in as Wanavokali. And it's not one creative mind, it is the six of us. It's the power of six.
Power of unity, guys. And then now I want to ask this question. You've said you embody music, fashion, art, and the fashion part is clearly seen. The statements, it is clearly seen. Like, you go all above and beyond. So on the fashionable part, do you guys like maybe do the local designers, and like, are you for supporting made in Kenya by Kenyans? Yeah.
All our clothes are made by some guy in town. Some lady in town. So they're all Kenyans.
Yeah. Actually, we should mention them. Mr. Royalty and Anitesh. So what we normally do is, us as Wanavokali, we come up with the design and the concept, and then we get our tailors to be able to execute the designs for us. Yes, now we come through sana since 2021. Yeah, since we released Rumba, they are the ones we've been working with, and they do a very brilliant job. So support Kenya, everything. Play K, support local designers, support the Kenyan arts. That's the only way we'll grow as a creative industry. Yeah.
And then in supporting the Kenyan acts, well, let's go back to the music scene, where recently we saw that thing of Tanzanian music, Nigerian music. It's kind of dominating the Kenyan scene. Like, what are your thoughts generally on that?
Well,
to crucify.
Of course, it's a bit sad, and maybe could be discouraging for us musicians. But we know Kenyans love Kenyan music. Na tunaona the fans really support us, and they really listen to our music. So maybe it's perhaps just trying to put a little extra push for media to play more of our songs, for them to give us more a bigger percentage of Kenya music playing. Ndio pia ata all artists wajulikane, not just all the artists at the top, and that's the only way we can be able to build our industry, to be able to grow our industry. Just giving people more airplay, even in public places, being able to play more Kenyan music. Kwa sababu hii maneno ya kusema Kenyans don't have content. There is Kenyan content, and it's beautiful. The music in Kenya is very, very diverse. We just need an opportunity for it to be heard. Yeah.
Okay. So you're a group, as we said before, you're 6 people. Managing 6 people si rahisi. Hata siblings wako saa zingine inafikanga point uko like, ona nimechoka na nyinyi by the way. So like, do you guys have achana na hizo moments when maybe mmevurutana? Now look at the point of like, okay, so they just decided like to take a break and focus on their own stuff. Generally, like, what are you guys doing so that you never get to that point?
I think our core value, one of our core values as Wanavokali, is our friendship. As I said, when we met in 2018, we were friends first. So we usually even have those times where we just talk, we just bond, and we're like, okay, we have issues that we need to sort, and we talk about them. And I think what I like most about us is that we are friends first. Before being people who work together or colleagues, we are friends first. And so when we have issues that we need to sort out, we will talk about it, and we'll also just chill and be like, today we're just chilling, today we're just bonding. What are you going through? Why then? What are you going through? Some, and can we deal with these issues? So the friendship makes us keep it together as Wanavokali. Yeah.
Okay. So akujai kwa na ile point tuseme, obviously because we are friends, obviously in the group there are those who are more closer to the other one. Like, obviously people tend to pick sides when awasikizani. I think we've ever gotten to a point where people have picked sides mpaka you're like, it's mnafanya vitu zinakuwa like so hard for the group generally. Like, have you ever had those moments?
I think sober minds. We're very sober, and we have always have like that mediator in such a situation. There's someone. No, I don't even think it's someone. It's all of us. We're very sober-minded. We are very open-minded as well. We would be biased that now I'm picking this side. No, we look at the situation and we're like, this is the best way to deal with it. Yeah.
Okay. Moving back to music. Generally, there's that one person, you guys, as a group, even as a whole, or even a group that you guys look up to, and you're like, this is something we would like to replicate. And generally, even with the kind of sound that you produce, the kind of genre that you delve in, like, which group could this be that maybe wamewa inspire, yani mkiwaangalia hivi mnasema tu we ni sisi ni wale watu pale juu.
Lazima tu tuseme ni Sauti Sol. As Sauti Sol have paved the way. They've really paved the way for how groups work, for making dynamic, diverse music. So hao ndio mababa zetu, hao ndio tunaangalia. They are really the people we look up to. Yeah.
Also people that we look up to, BTS. We look up to them because they've also broken up many boundaries, especially as them being Asians and as being Africans as well. We look up to them, we like their choreography, we like how they work together, and then it's a group of many people as well.
Yeah.
Like Wanavokali. So internationally we also look up to them, like how united they are, their choreography, their prowess as well. Sauti and BTS.
Na amesema kwanza vile they've been able to break barriers, because that's one of our goals, to be one of Kenya's biggest global exports hapo nje. So that really encourages us, kwa sababu tunaona if there are people somewhere in Korea who can do it and become global exports, hata sisi tunaweza fanya pia. Yeah.
So would you guys like to do a collab with Sauti Sol? Should we even expect before they disappear?
But they're not disappearing.
Any before that break that they want to take as a group, would you guys like be open to push something in that one?
Yes, we would love that. Sauti Sol, kama mnasikia, tungependa sana kufanya collab na nyinyi, and we love you. We love all the work that you've been doing. Yeah.
Sauti Sol, mmesikia wamesema they want a collab. Please make it happen for your fans. Anyway, then there's something I wanted to ask you. Generally, like you as artists, moving away even from the music scene, you seem like there's a lot of drama going on in the country in the political aspect. Like, what your thoughts generally, and just how you feel about this whole situation, and even how it's maybe affecting your music to some point. Yeah. Nani atajibu hiyo swali? Zamni wewe.
I really don't like politics. That's why I'm
Most people tend to shy away from the political side, but we also can't ignore it because it's happening. Yeah. It's a free space. It's a free space.
What's the question again?
My question was your thoughts generally on just how everything is going and how things are moving from one point to the other. Yeah.
Okay, speaking as a Kenyan, life has become expensive. The economy has become expensive, and clearly people are tired. And I understand where there are demonstrations, mandamano, and I think it's just a call to action, just to the government to at least listen to us as Kenyans, punguza mabei, punguza bei ya unga, and because it's clearly affecting everyone, and I don't know where it's come to a point where people are very tired and they don't want to get there. But yeah.
Serikali saidia.
To add on to that, I think it's imefanya the business environment ikuwe ngumu for everyone, hata sisi kama wasanii, because you'll find our main source of income is probably events and gigging, and that is being really affected. And also we've not fully recovered from COVID, so now entering into this other period, it's a bit shaky, and it can be a bit scary, and scary for us kwanza when it touches your ability to earn money. So vile amesema we are a bit worried, but we just pray everything will be okay, and we hope that the government can be able to take action for us, the people. Yeah.
And then you've spoken about events and gigs. should we be expecting, you see the way other artists when they come through and they're like concert for BN, concert for South, now Wanavokali.
We have a concert on the 15th of September at the Goethe Institute. Wanavokali. It's called 6 Hearts, 1 Beat.
Wow.
We'll be performing songs from our album, Wanavokali, the album. It is our debut concert. Guys, show up. We are going to have a poster on our social media, and we have tickets on Hustle Sasa. Just buy and come and support Wanavokali. Apart from supporting us, we promise you good music, a good experience that is unforgettable. Yes.
Ashasema mi nani niwaambie ingine.
Also usually perform at the one in Goto every fortnightly.
Yes.
After every 2 weeks, every month. So like twice a month.
Yes.
The one in
It's
Goto.
usually a bash. You don't want to miss the bash.
Meskia, anataka kumiss bash sai. Hakuna. Alafu, let's go to your music. Your songs generally, like your songs have so much meaning, and when someone sits down and listens, like it's not just about we're singing because we're musicians. No, you're singing because there's a message you want to put across. Like, is there this particular song that really like speaks to you guys, like as a group? Yani, this song is very personal to us.
Ni ngumu kusema because again we are 6 people with 6 different.
Hakuna ile wimbo moja mko tu like
siwezi labda waseme lakini hivi siwezi sema.
Sasa basi kama ni individually kila mtu aseme yake.
Personally, I don't have that one song that I'll be like, now this is the Wanavokali song that I like. I love all Wanavokali songs because all of them have a story. Especially when it comes to Wanavokali, the album. I love it because it's our first album and it was very pure and an album that was very authentic. And we love it. I love Wanavokali, the album. I love Rumba, I love Dunia, I love Tequila, I love Hawataweza. I don't have one specific song. I love all our songs because they tell different stories. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say this the latest song. I think it's probably my favorite song.
Okay.
In terms of the message, the songwriting, storytelling. Yeah. So I like it. Yeah.
I would also say that, and another song from our album known as Amani, which was written for us. Actually, coincidentally, the thing that ties the two songs is they were both co-written by Dex from Heart the Band. Yeah, so we're also normally open to collaborating. I think we've realized as Wanavokali that Wanavokali is the biggest collaborative experiment we've ever done, and also working with other collaborators, and it really brings everything together to realize the power of collaboration, and it's quite important. Yeah,
so at some point now I do get also the point Bahati was saying on collaborating and working together, because you're able to bring this creative brain and this other brain and make something very beautiful out of it. Yeah, and then for this song Hawataweza, like that song is so nice. I've listened to it, like at this point you guys are begging me for water. So like what's the story behind, because if you listen to those lyrics, unaweza relate kwanza tuko kwa streets. So like what's the story behind that song? Yeah.
Hawataweza, first of all, it was written during when we are working on our first album. It was one of the songs that was written for us by Heart the Band. By Dex. Yes. But it didn't quite make the cut for some reason. But we archived it. Then like 2 years later, we decided to tear it apart again and work on it. So we kept the chorus and wrote the verses and the bridge. Yeah, so it's now Wanavokali and Dex collaboration. It's about two lovers, two long life lovers who
long life
are reassuring each other to love each other despite like forces, external forces telling them like, you guys are you don't look good together. Mara these other guys katiari you. Mara Stri who's telling you Stri ati huyu atakupeleka sio wapi, huyu so it's about just trust and reassurance that this love is unbreakable.
Mesikia watu wako in love. Mmeongeza wimbo mwingine, mwache zingine zitaka break. Mkuje mcheze msikize, mufurahie, mcheze wapenzi wenu. Aya. So you guys, why did I forget to ask this question? What sound do you what do you call it? What do you sing? What do you
Myself and Lina, we are altos, but today I'm soprano. Yes.
And you?
I'm a tenor.
You're tenor. And the rest?
Oh, and then Mela and Chep do soprano. Ricky does
Tenor as well. So 2 tenors, 2 sopranos, 2 altos.
That's what we
So that's a balance.
It's a perfect balance.
A perfect balance. Yeah. So before we finish, I'd like you to do again another harmony for another song. So just pick Rumba. Hey, thanks for picking my favorite.
Okay.
Guys, so we've had this amazing interview and we've got to know about the Wanavokali generally as a group, and they have such an amazing story to tell. And before we finish, I want them to do a harmony for us. Ndio kama usikizangi wimbo tamtamu, ujue you're missing out on a lot of good things, literally. Yeah, so you can start us off.
Mazalia nami nataka kucheza, kucha kutwa nishazoea kesha, sakata rumba, achilia presha, tutacheza hata kama tuna pesa. Ngoma zalia nami nataka kucheza, kucha kutwa nishazoea kesha, sakata rumba, achilia presha, hatujui kama tutaonana tena.
And that was the lovely Wanavokali. Thank you for watching, guys. My name is Ashley Otieno. Keep it Mpasho.